This is an Ultrasabers Aeon LE V4, and it's the Stunt Saber configuration, so no sound. And it does have the blazing red blade, so that's pretty neat too. It's a dark side lightsaber. But the dark side equivalent of the Aeon hilt is called Dominic's. So if you'd rather have a hilt that is more black, well, mostly black really, go for some of the Dominic's models. They're just the same as this, except they're anodized black. But this is Aeon LE, and LE means that it has these gold elements added to it. If you just got a standard Aeon V4, it would all be kind of this color right here, so just kind of a metallic silver. And this is a two-handed saber. It's a pretty long saber. It's 12.375 inches long. So here, that kind of shows you. And it's 1.45 inches in diameter. It does have an MHS compatible pommel that's removable, and so that means you can use a bunch of different compatible pommels from Ultrasabers, and then also the Custom Saber Shop makes a bunch of compatible pommels for this too. So that's definitely a nice feature. We do have the guarded switch here, guarded metallic red switch. With Ultrasabers, the red switch indicates that it's a dark side LED color, so if you get a red guarded switch, that means your saber will either have a red blade like this or it'll have a fire orange blade. So yeah, that's kind of their convention. And something to think about with guarded switches too, you guys, is I know sometimes, you know, with dueling or whatever, the kind of guarded portion of the switch, this is made of plastic and it's possible for that to get smashed up. So that's just definitely something to consider about guarded switches in general versus AB switches, which for Ultrasabers are considered to be an upgrade. Also, guarded switches make kind of a somewhat loud clicking sound, which some people, I don't know, people have different thoughts about, but just consider that too, it's a little louder. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty nice entry-level saber. So this is one of the more basic sabers that Ultrasabers sells. It's pretty attractively priced, you know, under $100 for a Stunt Saber at the moment. I think it's maybe around 80 or so, maybe a little under. But this is also a pretty common saber to receive as a grab bag saber or a mystery box saber. So don't be surprised if you get one of these that way. That's actually how I got this one. I got this one as a grab bag saber. So there you go. There are 2 choke points on here, so that means that in addition to being kind of a decent entry-level dueling saber, this is also good for spinning. So you can spin with the choke point here or here. This one's a little nicer, the one below the switch. But at any rate, I do like the curves on these kind of Aeon and Dominic's V4 models. Just these grooves are very attractive, but then with the choke point and then kind of this curve in the very top or at the very top of the saber near the emitter, it's really cool design flair, I think. Even though these are definitely somewhat basic sabers, I think that some of these design flares, you know, they add enough interest to the saber, kind of enough flair to it, to, you know, make it a little better than just a totally boring flashlight lightsaber. But at any rate, this is just kind of a quick look at this saber. Yeah, decent entry-level saber from Ultrasabers. This is the Aeon LE V4.